Variables are called attributes in NVivo, and they are located in the classifications area. So if I click on classifications in the navigation view, you will see in the list view the attributes that have been created for the project. As you can see, they're listed in alphabetical order. All these attributes are of the same type. They have strings as values. Strings means that the values are words or phrases. But attributes in NVivo can also have numbers as values. So for example, if you have the variable or attribute age in your project, you can create it so that it has a number type value, and then you would just assign the age of the individual. So you would assign someone as, for example, being 23, and then NVivo will be able to later on pull out everyone who's under 25 or anyone who's over 20. Attributes can also have dates as values, so that's useful if you're analyzing your literature in NVivo, and you could have an attribute to represent the date of publication, and later on you can ask NVivo to pull out all the literature in your project that was published after 2008. If I double click on an attribute, so I'll double click on A-level choices here, you can see there's an area to describe or define the attribute if the meaning of the attribute is not clear from its name. And also there's an area where you tell NVivo whether the values are going to be string, numbers, or dates. If the values are string, you can click on the Values tab and create the different values that are relevant for a particular attribute. NVivo automatically creates unassigned and not applicable for every attribute that you create, so you don't need to create those. You just need to create the ones that are relevant to the particular attribute. So here I have created all science, all humanities, etc. And you can indicate any one of these to be the default value. You don't need to know beforehand all the possible values of an attribute, because NVivo lets you create new values as you assign them. As I mentioned in the previous video when talking about case nodes, the only place where attributes can be attached are to case nodes. So you can see here I have case nodes for the different respondents in my study, and if I click on Bob, I can see by investigating his case properties what values have been assigned to the different attributes in the study. But this is not the best way to view the attributes. I'm just showing you this view to make the point that the attributes are attached to each individual case node. But the best way to see the attributes is to open up the casebook. So in the menu bar, I'm clicking on Tools, Casebook, Open Casebook, and you can see the casebook opens in the detail view. To see it better, I will just undock the casebook from the detail view, and it opens up in its own window. So you can see in the first column here I have the name of all the case nodes in my project, and across the top I have the names of all the different variables or attributes in the project, and in the cells are the values that have been assigned to particular cases. I can filter the casebook to just see, for example, people who have just particular values. So for example, in A-level choices, I might just want to see those people who chose, let's say, a mixture of sciences and humanities for their A-levels. And now you can see I only see the details for Bob and Jessica because they are the ones who chose a mixture of sciences and humanities. I just click that so you can see that better. And I can just as easily remove the filter here by just clearing it. I can also filter the other way, so I can remove from view rows that I don't want to see. So I just select those rows, right click where it says row, say I want to hide the row, and now I'm only looking at the rows that I want to focus on. And in the same way, I can just right click and clear that filter, and I have the whole table back.